that at 3, and you look on the other side, really close as well. So this, I mean, really should be an even matchup. Hopefully, we go to at least map 4, even maybe map 5, but getting into this one, it is going to be Sasky getting on that time first. Shawnee with a nice kill there on the Eddie.
Is that the Shawnee? No, kidding. Of course not. Both these teams meeting in the middle of the map, as we usually see, just going toe-to-toe with each other, trying to see what they can do. That top AC going to be a big point of emphasis between the two squads here. We see Lucky up top now. Just trying to see what he can do from up above. He's got that MCW in hand. That thing is already cooking. We see Eddie trying to sneak through the middle map. Picks up one. Does get taken down. Sasky Shotgunners trying to get some of this early time. 10 seconds on P1. Not too bad, but the P2 rotation is very massive on this map. A little bit of a money hill there. Toronto Falters going to be the first ones there. They are going to lose, I mean, a ton of time on this P1, though. Sasky doing great when it comes to P1, so they've got plenty of time to work with towards P2.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Sasky, you're happy about this. Obviously, don't win the rotation, but if you win some of these gunfights, you set yourself up to break this or at least keep the time white. Skunk's trying to hit through the back, and they do exactly that. They're going to hop right on into time. Now you got to be careful here if you are Toronto, as this one could get away early. The kill is just not going their way. Skunk with that kill. Avoid now on point. Trying to play his life. He does. And his team is getting those close spawns. So Toronto should be able to get possession back of this hill and finally get some points on the board.
Yeah, unfortunately, Spicy on that push-up also actually blew himself up with a nade, so wasn't able to help his squad out. But a lot of chaos going on in the hill. Everyone challenging out. Looks like Toronto ends up with the kills. They end up securing that time once again. But the rotation to P3 going to go down. One of those maps where those early rotations between that P2 and P3 going to be very big. A lot of teams rotate at that 30 seconds like we just saw. Sasky Shotgunners got the hold for the new hill. Toronto Falters going to try to push it in as they clean up that last bit of time from Diner. But the other 3 players will make a push. Sasky holding strong.
Ooh, that's a big kill there from Void. Is now they have this coop side of the map secured, so you can kind of try to push from this way. It looks like they're trying to set something up. Shawnee is aware of this and looking for the kills, and he might just have the perfect flank. Gets the timing as well and gets out. I don't think he knows another player is up there, but this is perfect from Sasky. Just wasting all this time for Toronto. Last bullet cannot put him down. First 20 seconds, though, going the way of Sasky as they continue to grow this lead, and the setup looks pretty good right now.
The setup looking great indeed. 30 seconds remaining on the hill. Sasky getting plenty of time. Get themselves up to 95 seconds would be pretty big. But Toronto still trying to push in, but Lucky and Skunk, they're going to shut down 3 players between the 2 of them. Lucky on a 4, looking to try to secure a cruise missile. On a 5 now, 1 away from getting that cruise. Would be massive now that trophies don't actually prevent them from hitting their targets now. But Lucky got a couple players between him and getting that cruise now. He's got a player right off to his left here, the number 8 player, Indy, a chance to shut down this score streak here, the skill streak, that is, sorry. He's going to barely survive. There's a couple players are shooting at him. He's going to try to back out here. His teammates playing for that new objective, it looks like. The side of Toronto Falters here are set up and waiting, trying to see what they can get time-wise. This new hill going to be pretty big. Lucky with I think he secures the kill right before he goes down there.
And a big play coming in. Looks like a Void down low. He found 2 big kills to start off the rotation. Now just trying to play his life for his team. Does get taken down. I mean, this hill is one of the hills that has just become so mixy. I mean,
yeah.
I thought a couple of these hills on this map needed to be changed, but I mean, this new P4 is absolutely chaos, and
it's just as chaotic as it was before.
Yeah, I mean, you just really can't find a place to hide on time. You're getting shot from every which way. Not much time going either way, and that's what's happening here. Shawnee going to try to get a fingernail on this point. We'll take that shot and win it. Right now, Sasky's looking pretty good. I mean, you see in the kill feed, they are winning that pretty heavily, and they are on rotation to new. Gotta watch this pinch, though, as 2 Toronto players spawn out.
I mean, already up by over 70. Looking very strong going into this next hill. It's going to be pretty big here for Sasky if they can get some solid time here. This P5 going to be the last one before we go back to that P1. Hit the rotation once again. But Toronto Falters getting the push in. They get 3 kills. Only have to take down Skunk. Last one alive. He is up top of the hill. Maybe a chance to make a hero play here. Not too much going on yet as he's not pushed in. Gets the first kill secured. Is going to get spotted out, though. Does get taken down just like that. Toronto on the time, holding very well though, but Sasky, their second push coming in. We see that tree come in. Big kill from Lucky and Spicy there. They push right on in. They get the kills they need. They're on the time. 1 player up top, though, that is going to be Indy, getting some nice kills of his own. MCW is cooking right now, but Lucky going to take him down, and the boys from Sasky retake the hill.
Yeah, that's a bit of a backbreaker there for Toronto because you finally get in, but now that streak gets used and it breaks the hill basically right back. There's going to be Sasky getting on this time almost after a 100-point lead in this one, heading into the second set of rotations. Gotta start getting the guns out here if you are Toronto. Eddie at 4 and 11, obviously looking for more, and we'll see if he can turn it around. Avoiding Indy, holding it down. And they are on this time right now for P1, but you can just see Sasky trying to get a setup here. You can just break this hill, keep it white, and then move to new.
Yeah, Sasky, last time around on the P1, they were able to get themselves a full 30 seconds there, so that's pretty big for a P1. And now Sasky trying to push this in. Now need to break Toronto, preventing them from getting all that time. Now he's going to get a nice opener for his squad. He's going to go for a second. Gets a lot of damage off. Doesn't quite get it done, though. His teammate's going to push on in. Shawnee picks up one. Gets a couple other players weak, but Toronto holding strong for now. 3 players left alive. They get the kills they need. Securing a ton of time, but Lucky from downtown up top rope, but takes down 2 and barely loses the 3rd, but Spicy with a nice trade. The last 15 seconds or so going their way. P2, though, should be the way of Toronto with this rotation.
They need the money hill here. I mean, they haven't been able to get it yet, and this is your spot. Watch out for player number 3, Skunk. He's flanking the back. Do they read this? They absolutely do, shutting that one down. So the full setup is here for Toronto. They're starting to find the kills. Is this where it gets turned around? I think if you're Sasky right here, you're just trying to get them off the time for as much as you can. Try to avoid that full, 50 or 60, and then rotate to new, but it's not going well right now. I think if you're Sasky at some point here, in the next push or two, you have to think about trying to go next. Is Schlep already thinking about that rotation to new?
Yeah, I mean, we see a massive rotations to that P3 very early, but Schlep was on a 4 streak, does get taken down, not able to secure the cruise missile for his squad, but his teammates getting close to it as well as Avoid, going to be on a 3. We see the big kills coming in from Toronto as they lock down basically a full 60 on this hill. You got to think Sasky should be rotating for this P3 soon. It looks like Spicy wants to hit out this last 15 seconds or so, and he is going to be able to secure that. But his teammates, though, have to try to clutch up now on this rotation. They get some of those early kills, but Toronto is going to be in. But Shawnee and Skunk get some 2 early ones there, looking for one more. And just like that, the Toronto pushers are taken down. Sasky, they get the 15 seconds of the scrap time, and they should get a big chunk of time on this rotation.
And look at where Toronto's spawning, too. I mean, it's going to take at least 15 seconds probably just to get near the hill. Got to find these kills as well, and that's so unfortunate for Toronto. They actually, I mean, they had a couple players just in the back for P3 where maybe they can secure spawns, but they just caught bad timing. They go down, and now you need a break, which you do get from Schlep. So that's a big break there. Gotta try to stay alive on time. Doesn't get the kill. 4 down, and now this gets interesting. If you can collect the rest of this time, this is a game again.
Yeah, Toronto, you're going to need this time to put yourself right back in this game, get yourself closer to that driver's seat. But look at the kills coming in for Toronto. They get a full 4 down. They get 2 more right after that. Doing a great job on this P3, getting some solid kills. But Sasky trying to break right back in. 20 seconds remaining. Trying to get as much of this time as they can. But Schlep not going down easy. Does finally go down. Last 12 seconds going the way of Sasky. But we're going to see this P4 popping up on the opposite side of the map. Sasky set up and waiting for that one. Already getting some early kills onto Toronto while they try to push it out. Sasky Shotgunners, though, do get a pretty good chunk of time. They're up to 209 to 145 now, looking very good.
You see the spread right now, kind of across the map of Toronto. Trying to, get all these angles. It is just so tough on this hill, like I said, and sometimes spawn's a bit wonky on this as well. Spicy finding that kill under bridge, looking for a second. Don't know if he found it. He does eventually find it, and now Skunk from the bottom church will find one. We'll look for a second. Schlep gets that trade, but it is Sasky on the time for now, and looking about 31 seconds away from the victory, and they're just getting all the kills right now on this P4. Spicy gets some help from Shawnee as they secure the rest of this time.
I mean, Spicy's looking spicy, that's for sure. He does go down there, not going to be able to secure that cruise missile for the squad. But look at his teammates pop off right now. Shawnee going to be on a 3 at 15 and 17, but definitely doesn't show how good he's been on the map all map long, getting massive breaks, massive holds as well for his team. Very talented player there. The Sasky team is looking absolutely deadly on this map right now. We're going to see that P1 roto, sorry, that P5 roto is going to be coming in. We see Sasky set up and waiting for it once again. The early rotations have been almost perfect all map long. Toronto once again have to break. Schlep going to get 2 early kills. That should be massive for his team to get a chance here, but 9 more seconds and Sasky can win it on a map like this. That's pretty sketchy.
Spicy finds a great timing on this. Finds one, will not be able to find a second, so it is going to be Toronto extending this game just a little bit further. You have player number 5 spawn out, and Eddie, who can maybe pinch this for his team, but he's got to get there quick as Sasky waiting for the break. Trying to find it, Shardy finding one. He finds a second as well. Spicy with the kill. Now 1 player left on time. He's down. Sasky on time. This should be ball game.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be ball game indeed. Sasky Shotgunners, 3 more seconds and it's over. These Toronto players have to get on it. They don't get there fast enough, and it's going to end 250 to 146. Sorry, 156. And what are you going to do? Or 168.
168.
I can't read, Pete. I can't read today or yesterday.
Man, I think that's a situation there for Toronto where, you know, they just went down early.
Saw them able to do in that hard point. But we're kicking things off with Sasky starting out on offense. We'll see where they take this bomb.
Yeah, and a map like this is interesting because, you know, I think with the meta changing now, where it is maybe more SMG focused or more viable to run SMGs, how this changes. Shawnee getting that first kill onto Eddie, because I feel like this is a map where, you know, for the first part of the season, this was a 4 AR map through and through. Maybe not so much now. We will see. Indy trying to get in that plane does get traded out after getting one, and just like that, it is going to be a Void in a 1v3. Getting back plane. What timing does he have? He's going to get spotted, but he takes the bomb carrier down. Bomb is not planted, so around he can potentially clutch.
Yeah, this bomb is going to get planted now. Shawnee gets that down. Going to be a 2v1. Avoid. He's going to re-peek this. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to run out towards that side. He's got an MCW, so pushing this plane is going to be a little brutal. So he's looking for some range shots if he can get them. He's going to push on in. 2 players to beat. Going to be Shawnee and Spicy. 2 very good players for the Sasky side. Avoid is in. Gets shot in the back, and just like that, it is going to be over. Sasky Shotgunners are going to take your round 1.
And I think that if you're Sasky, that's perfect how you want to play that offense. You know, the plane hits does seem like if you are running at them and getting there fast, they are more effective. They do that there.
And this is a team that we know can do that. The way we saw them play in the hard point, you fully expect them to play that plane side a lot.
Yeah. And as you mentioned before, I think at some point here, smokes are definitely going to come into effect. Because offensively, it is really hard to go up that B side without them. We'll see here. I mean,
borderline impossible.
Yes, especially in this gold division. Looks like I'm trying to spread the map here. Schlep. He's got to be careful though.
A lot of info.
Cannot get yeah, it is a lot of info. He stays down as well, and that is not good.
I mean, that's big yikes right there. If you decide to Sasky, you're going to lose a player, but you do get a nice trade right there. I guess you could call it a trade of Spicy. 2 kills on the round. 1 is teammate, 1 going to be an enemy. Toronto, though, now down a player. One of the brutal situations to be in on offense. Down a player, very difficult to push. 2 on the B side, 1 on the A side when it comes to the defense here. So Toronto's trying to feel things out. They're sending 1 player over towards plane. That is going to be Indy. Trying to figure things out, but the number 2 player, Spicy, is going to reinforce plane now. See Lucky. It looks like he's rotating as well. No, he's going to stay towards that top side of B. A little bit of help from Tanker. Skunk pushes up, gets taken down. Indy with a nice kill there. Spicy in the plane, kind of bad timing, but gets the kill anyway. Gets out with his life as well as that bomb goes down.
And Eddie now in that plane. Avoid knows this player's top base. C does not get the timing though. Did he see him cross? I think he did. Avoid's in a very weird spot though, and you can see he's kind of hesitating. He doesn't know what to do. He's taking down Spicy now. I think he might have got that info on that player back lane. Now waiting for that pinch. Eddie in the back gets absolutely obliterated. And Spicy with a, I mean, he got 4 on the round, but didn't get the ace. Absolutely insane. But yeah, when you kill your teammate, I don't think that counts. And that was a good bounce back from them. I mean, you know, you have that happen early, and it didn't really seem to affect them. They just played their information really well and ended up winning this one.
I mean, this guy's playing so well. He's starting out 4-0. You really can't. You can't question the methods, right? Maybe he got the TK just to confuse Toronto. Maybe it made them think they can push, right? They lost a player in the process. I mean, no, it's all strategy, right? At the end of the day, I'm sure Shawnee sees it that way.
For Toronto, though, I mean, I understand flying information. I just feel like if you're Schlep there, like, he did get that early information, but, you know, he was over there by himself and facing at least 2 or 3 Sasky players. I think at that point you just kind of back up and make a play from there. But once again, Sasky is not hesitating on getting into this plane area. All 4 players near this terminal. They're going to try to hit this out. The trade is there. Perfectly executed bait and switch. And now they have the presence to potentially get this down. Maybe not. Schlep coming in through terminal, finding 2. Breaking this round open.
Skunk gonna push on up. Does get that bomb in hand. Now gonna be 1v2. Eddie and Schlep versus Skunk. They know where he's at now, but Skunk, this guy is cracked. I tell you what, we can already see it in his movement a little bit. Trying to get himself moved around. We see both these Toronto players though, trying to somewhat play together if they can. Number 8 player Eddie, though, still staying somewhat close to that B bomb site, knowing they don't want to give it up. Which slap? He's checking play. He's trying to figure out where this bomb carrier's at. 30 seconds left on the round. So Sasky, but his Skunk has a little bit of time. Slap. He's going to get pushed on in. Skunk with a nice kill. Now going to be a 1v1. Eddie by himself on the defense. Skunk by himself on the offensive side.
It's going to be about the timing here. And Eddie might get a decent timing. The bomb should be going down. It is. Got to check this. He does. He not get the kill, though. Finally does get the kill. And little extra for that, which is crazy because I think, well, never mind. Never mind.
It happens. It happens.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't see anything.
I mean, I just want to be shooting bodies if I drop 9 kills in that one, but that's just me. My goodness.
So if anyone didn't see it the first time around, you will see it the second time around there. So it's a discussion for a later time. So anyway, back to round 4, T's. Round 3 was a real heater. Oh my God. Toronto back on offense here. Bomb about to be in hand. We'll see where they take it. Looks like they're eyeing up the B bomb side a little bit, or maybe just schlep, but see if they utilize the smoke this time around to get on up there. Sasky, they push 3 players once again to check this one out. Make sure they got this one on cover. Slowly making that bomb back and forth, right? We see this a lot on terminal offensive teams. Just trying to make sure they check on what's going on defensively before they push that bomb to either side.
Skunk. I thought those two, yeah, they were. Okay, those 2 players were underplaying. They were playing ring around the rosy there for a second. Skunk does get out with his life. You have Eddie underplaying right now, and he's going to get taken out because that info was granted. And Toronto just have not made any inroads. This is what we're kind of talking about. If you're going to hit that plain side, you want to do it with some pace if you know, can. Now they're going to try to rotate this back over to B. Shawnee is not having it. He's going to sit on this glass area. Now, I mean, if you're Toronto, you're just kind of stuck.
Yeah, this is definitely a tricky one here for Toronto. I mean, this is one of those things you talk about quite a bit. Like, once you lose a player on the offensive side for terminal, it makes things a lot more difficult. But now Sasky have to defend right now. 2 players pushing plane out. Avoid going to get a nice kill on the other side of the map there. 1 player in plane. That's going to be Skunk. A chance to get 2. Only gets 1 as Schlep gets a nice trade there, but he does get taken down by Shawnee. Now the bomb down next to the bomb site. Shawnee trying to push on up. Now he's staying back. Avoid needs to get this bomb on site now. Is going to have time to plant. Starts getting it down. I don't know if Shawnee saw him.
Oh, no.
Now going to be a 1v1. Avoid is have plane control. Bomb is down. He's the defensive side. Avoid wins the gunfight to win the 1v1.
I don't know how Sean did he not see him cross on plane. Very interesting.
He must have been looking away at that time. That's the only way I can think of.
And I know he was out in the open there, so maybe he thinks, okay, he might chow me through plane window, but man, I really thought he'd be able to see that cross and just chow bomb. Anyway, I mean, that's a nice clutch there from Avoid. Getting this one back to level terms. And around there for Sasky that you probably want back. I mean, they had them hemmed in the back for so long. Really back in their spawn and security. Just could not close it out.
And we're going to see Sasky back on offense, taking this one very much so hard charging towards B. Only 1 person on the close defense. The smoke comes in. That's going to be Schlep. This guy shoots straight beams. It's going to get a little bit weakened, though. Sasky trying to push on up nice and slow. Don't want to risk anything. See a couple players moving up the map. Now we see Toronto falling back to help out their teammate. Shawnee with a nice opening first blood. Skunk trying to cover the escalators. Picks up 1 of his own. Toronto now in a 2v4.
Played this well, and they continue to push the pace here on this offensive side. It's really giving them great results. That bomb is going to go down onto B. They have everything covered. 4v2. This should be around to Sasky. We'll see if Toronto can make any magic out of it. Avoid has been really one of their better players tonight, and somebody who definitely has some ice. We'll see if he can find anything, but yeah, I mean, there's just so many things to clear, and yeah, it's almost impossible. I mean, maybe try to play for a trade here. Get it down to a 1v2 or 1v3, but it's not going to be easy. 20 seconds on the clock.
It's just kind of funny because a lot of maps, you're like, yeah, there we go, now 1v4. A lot of maps, you're like, oh, they've got a chance, but this is a map where you generally feel like you don't know if they got a chance. But Avoid now on a 4. You can just try to stay alive. Gets a 5. Just needs to try to stay alive. Keep this streak alive. Could be useful to get that cruise missile in the future here. But Avoid. This guy is deadly. Look at him right now. He's getting a little flashy with it. He's going to lose his life. What are you doing, man? Sasky gonna win the round, and I mean, Avoid low-key throwing his life away there. I mean, high key actually.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto there, like, you feel, okay, we lost the round, but you're one off a streak. We can play for that for next round. Like, you know, we're in a pretty good spot. That is not good that he dies there. I mean,
Great, like one off a cruise. Like cruise missiles are actually good now. I understand terminal might not be the best map for cruise missiles, but it's gonna help regardless, right?
Yeah, at least for info. I mean,
yeah.
you don't get that.
At least we know he's super confident right now.
Yeah, he is. I mean,
It's not like he
look,
can get pushed from anywhere and win that gunfight.
He's playing well, and I wouldn't be surprised if he makes it up this round. Now, putting some pace over toward that plane. But, I mean, Sasky's somewhat ready for this. They got their crosses covered. It's going to slow down the push. Shawnee from inside a plane finds one, looking for a second, finds a second. It's actually going to be Skunk getting that first kill. Did they watch this wrap from the back? Yes, they do. Skunk takes him down. Avoid. Now left on a 1v4. Man, this looks familiar.
Dude, the effectiveness of Sasky is just crazy. But now Avoid v4 gets one kill to his name. Let's see if he can get it done. No, he cannot. Sasky clean up the kill. I mean, I love the way they just push together as a team. It's pretty amazing. But I mean, so far we've seen two for two when it comes to rounds. Each team winning their rounds in twos, so winning an offensive and a defensive round. So pretty crazy to see that, though. Don't see a ton of offensive rounds and each team winning multiple now.
Yeah, and that's just a great setup there from Sasky. You got two players in plane. You had a player pushed up to really watch that cat cross. So they had all the information, and it helps when you get those kills into plane as well. Also a nice play to read that player going back plane. I believe it was Skunk that made that play, so...
As a demon.
1v4. Oh, well, I guess we're... maybe, you know, you might be right about them trying to throw him off with teammates. I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, that's the second time we've seen something like that. I think Skunk was just trying to get vengeance on Spicy there for, like, team kill him earlier. Even though Shawnee was the one who got team killed, but still, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sasky, though, got a nice split on the map right now. Their offense, they're up 4-2 round count. Skunk on a 4 streak, though, so getting somewhat close to that cruise. This team, though, taking things nice and slow.
Sorry, I mean, funnily enough, he doesn't kill his team with a nade, but the problem is it slowed their team down.
Yeah.
It allowed Toronto to go up the map, and now they have their crosses covered. So while didn't actually get a kill, could be costly.
They know Lucky's pushed up here. If he can make a play, that'd be crazy. But Lucky with the opening first blood once again. And now we're going to see this plane is basically completely under their control. They can get this bomb down for free.
They're going to try to flank this, but he's going to get caught. And man, another 1v4 for Avoid. He's taken down. A round for Sasky where, I mean, they were just basically kind of sitting there after the shenanigans to start the round. But they find the kill in the plane, and they end up winning this round. And they are
crazy.
I mean, they're playing really well right now.
This Sasky team is really good, man. They're a great hardpoint team and honestly a better S&D team. The way they play together on the map is very fun to watch. I love the way they push out the plane, but you can't overstate like what guys like Lucky are doing. They just go make a solo play like that, just push out plane by himself, no one there to get the trade or anything, gets the kill, succeeds. But also you got Skunk with a cruise missile now. The Toronto going to be on the offensive side. They leave the bomb and spawn. Love this strategy. One of my new favorite ones you've seen in the Rec League quite a bit. Like Indy with the opening first blood. Shiny going to answer back with one, though. Immediately going to lose his life right after that.
Spicy should get taken down here, you would imagine. Never mind. He gets out with his life. Skunk finds a kill in the slide. I mean, this is the story here for Toronto. They have a chance to go into a 1v3. He gets out with his life. Now it's a 2v2, and bomb is in spawn. Now a 1v2. I mean, they are just not having a good time on Terminal right now.
Shout out Skunk calling in that cruise. We'll just see that. Now Avoid 1v2. Definitely the player on Toronto you want to be in the situation right now, but you're going to have Spicy now in a 1v1 because he's going to lose his teammate. But Avoid, he's going to miss a bunch of shots. Spicy almost gets out with his life. Oh, no, Toronto win the round. A 1v2 to a 1v1 due to a lag out. But just like that, it's going to be 5-3. 5-3.
I mean, Spicy should have been dead on 3 different occasions, but hey, however you get it done. I mean, man, Toronto gets a lifeline because...
But Toronto Falters are going to be on this defensive side. Sasky Shotgunners, we'll see if they team nade this time around, but they're going to grab that bomb. So they're moving very quickly over towards the A side of the map. They know there's no trophies, so they might be trying to utilize that over towards plane.
And also got a player watching the pitch as well. Shawnee going to stun one. Can they find this trade? Oh, no. Something in the cockpit blows up. I think they have the info that there's a player back plane. The problem is bomb is down. Skunk going to get a kill onto the flanker, though, and Avoid. And Schlep gets out of his life with 6 HP. They're going to rechow this. My goodness. Not a care in the world. Now Eddie left in a 1v3.
So Schleb clearly didn't get the info that there's a couple guys in play. But Eddie 1v3, he's gonna get taken down, and just like that, Sasky Shotgunner's gonna win the map there.
You know, all I'm gonna say is I think Sasky really killed themselves more than Toronto really has to them all series.
If you don't get one,
it's actually in our contract that we definitely have. So yeah,
those are big cash deals. Well, you gotta say it. The bonus for every time I say it. But here we're kicking things off. Toronto start on the offense. They're gonna get on that 8-point right away. They get a little bit of time going there, but they're gonna push right on through. Love to see this from teams trying to get an early map control. We see both teams just swap places right now, and we're going to see Toronto capitalize on that as they pick up 2 early kills, but the top side of the map still going the way of Sasky's. That top AC is in their control. But that number 4 player, Void, is making his way over towards Diner. He's going to hop on it. He's going to get pushed out, though, but Spicy, this guy, I tell you what, he started maps out good over and over.
Now, just going to try to be annoying on this B point is a Void. Finally gets taken down, but I mean, you would think that would garner your team to get up over Torday. They're chasing a player in spawn, though. Eddie does take him down. So now, let's see, I mean, what the plan is here for Toronto. Got to try to get this 8-point locked in sooner rather than later.
Hey, let's get locked in, boy. But okay, Skunk's popping off right now. He's going to pick up 2 kills there. Going to be on a nice 3 streak for him. That guy's a menace at the SMG, though. Can I pick him up for bronze, please? Now he's on 4. Guy's doing his thing. But he finally goes down. Schlep. I mean, Schlep is the guy. He just takes down everybody who's on a streak, man. We've been seeing it all series long. But the Toronto Falters here still trying to get a B push going. They've got 1 tick on A, trying to get some pressure towards this B objective. Eddie is on it. Skunk, though, hunting him down right now. He's smelling things out, trying to sniff him on the map. He's a bit smelly, though, so it might be a little difficult. But Skunk, Lucky, and the boys picking up some nasty kills. And just like that, Toronto off the map.
I mean, I'm not a fan of how Toronto's played this. They kind of started off with a split push. Okay, maybe you get that control of the map, but they haven't really gotten anything since. And the problem is with this map, I feel like that junk spawn happens so much more now on offense. So you're kind of forced to go B, which they have been doing. They're getting cut down time and time again. Finally, they get a kill over toward A, so they'll be able to lock this in. But has the damage already been done? You're down to 13 lives. Only gonna have 1:14 to do something. Once again, I mean, it only takes 1, 3, or 4 down, but I mean, this feels like a round Sasky should be able to close out.
This guy Skunk is spraying everybody right now. It's crazy. But that's 3 kills the way of Sasky. Now only 10 lives remaining for Toronto. They try to make some money moves. Avoid gets a nice opening pick there for his team to push on through. We'll see if that helps him out. Trying to push into those back spawns. Exactly what you need to do. Avoid has to check his corners, though. Remember, check your left and right. Doesn't check for Skunk. Skunk takes him down. And Sasky looking great with these SMGs, the ARs, you name it. Shawnee on a 4 right now, up to 5-2. But his teammate Skunk up to 8-4 and Spicy at 7-3. We got some guys slaying out right now for this early part of the game. 7 lives left for Toronto. They're still trying to get this push in. 30 seconds remaining, and it's just not looking good.
Yeah, they are absolutely just. I mean, everything's covered right now for Sasky. They can't buy a gunfight win right now, and now down to 4 lives.
They can't buy a gunfight.
Seconds.
They're not getting in a gunfight. Just.
I mean, yeah, they're just getting lasered across the map, and this will be a round of Sasky. Dominant one at that. And they continue to impress me here on this, in this quarterfinal matchup.
Yeah. I mean, Shawnee's got a cruise missile.
I mean,
like that cruise missile on offense is going to come in crazy.
Yeah. And it feels like a Void. I mean, he's doing what he can for Toronto, but he's just not getting the slaying help, and it's really, really a problem. I mean, Shawnee 9-2 after that. I mean, granted, defensive round of control, but still.
And once you get kind of humming on Karachi as a defensive team, like this is typically what we see, right? When you get all 3 topside controls, I mean, you got a guy top red, a guy top AC, top third, like you've got guys literally everywhere, right? I mean, like you're just shooting down at Toronto as they're trying to push up the map. Like Toronto was getting desperate, not a ton of lives left, not a ton of time. They were just trying to get to B, right? You see that quite a bit, but Shawnee, nice 8 streak from him in round 1. You're going to see the Sasky first initial push. They got 3 players on the 8-point right off the bat. Stack the point where the Jim's 3 on it. 1 watching over the top. That's going to be lucky. First tick is gone. Second one well on the way. Toronto still none the wiser right now. Not pushing up at all. The second tick going to be gone as well. There's no one dead on the map yet, but there we go. 1 kill going either way. Sasky completely secured the 8-point. Get 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go for B.
I mean, I guess they're like figuring, okay, they're gonna get it anyway, so we'll just play for B.
Yeah, but that's risky.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was what 2 minutes and 20 seconds almost, or 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah, they had
now
2:20.
capture B. I mean, my goodness.
Wait, they just flipped the spawns and everything. Sasky Shotgunners are pushing right in. Shawnee already on the hill. He's got the cruise missile in the back pocket. Doesn't even care anymore. He's going to take down some of these guys. They're not even pushing him out. He's about to get the first tick on the hill. First one in. It's going to be Eddie. He's got some team help as well, but Shawnee's still alive. The guy's just finessing in the back of the map, waiting for his teammates to push on up. He finally goes down, but his teammates also getting taken down. Toronto with a bunch of big kills. Their bleeding stops for now. They got to get pushed on up here as a Void, spawning everyone towards the B side of the map.
I have questions, but
I don't know what's
it's
going
okay.
on.
I mean, it's like, oh, look, they're getting kills, which we haven't.
Maybe
you
this
know,
is their strategy. Maybe this is what they do.
I mean, look, it's working, so I can't knock it. I mean, Sasky already down to 1:30 after their very long 2 minutes and 18 seconds they had to start, but now the push is coming in. Eddie has a lot of work to do, finding one, Schlep finding a second, and Indy will take down Shawnee as well. So Spicy, last one up. Gonna just try to play his life for as long as he can, but again, those close spawns here for Sasky. Gonna do them well.
Yeah, Sasky, they get 3 players over by this objective. They are going to lose 1, make it 2, but Skunk can answer back with 1 of his own. Void trying to make a play. He's on his 4th streak, does get taken down. Just Skunk and Shawnee, though, the Fantissimo duo, getting some big plays in. But the first tick is gone on B. The second tick on its way. As Toronto's trying to fight for their lives right now. Schlep on the outside lane, getting taken down. Indy trying to cover for him. With some big kills coming in for Toronto there. They pick up 3. They got 1 more to deal with. That's going to be Skunk. This guy is like the most annoying person on the planet right now.
He gets that
second tick is fully secured. And he's still alive back here.
I mean, he gets that second tick, which gives them a fighting chance. Problem is, they're down to 7 lives. Gotta start finding these kills. Shawnee finds 1, Shawnee finds 2. Just does it again, and is this the opportunity? It looks like it might be. Looking for a 3rd. He cannot take him down, though. A chance here for Toronto. Gotta find this kill on the point. They do. Spicy gets on it. Now this player's spawning out, and this will be a round to Sasky. Just want to look like Toronto is maybe putting something together. Sasky turns it around. They go up 2-0, 1 round away from the spot in the semis.
I mean, surely they can't be good at everything. I think we have to load into like a demolition or something.
That
is just wild.
I'm gonna veto that. I don't know about that one.
Pick something like escort.
Capture the flag. Is that? I don't even know if is that in this game. I don't even know.
Has that existed ever?
I don't know. I
missed
don't
it.
play
I missed it from back in the day, but like, when was the last time we saw CTF?
I don't know.
When was the last time we played that in comp?
Sorry, I just gave you PTSD flashbacks on that. My bad.
I'm actually having some crazy like flashbacks right now. It's crazy, but whatever. But we see the 3rd round is on the way. Toronto on the offensive side once again sneaking through. The #1 player Indy trying to get behind a few players. Schlep with a nice opening pick. We'll see if that helps him out this time around. But Toronto, a little bit of a different strategy than Sasky here, but they get on this A point, start securing that first hit.
Now, again, I mean, they're trying to hit this B side, which, give them credit, they might be able to get through, but it is a risky game because you're really just bleeding this time. Spicy from the top of the ropes will find 1. I mean, 1 player is trying to be annoying over here on B. It does grant enough time for his teammates to move up and get on A. Those Sasky players spawning deep, and they definitely will hit this once again, but the map positioning right now in favor of Toronto.
Spicy with a nice another headshot. Lucky. Oh my god, these guys they just distracted people for each other. But Eddie by himself gets taken down. Toronto once again gonna get 4-man wiped, but they're gonna spawn somewhat close to B, so the push is coming through. Shawnee trying to run over there as fast as he can, does take down 1. The other player, the #4 player, Void, pushes back for the mid push. They want to take A, it looks like, before they focus on B at all. Spicy still being a menace in mid is gonna get taken down by Indy. This 3rd tick getting started. As a bunch of his teammates watching over the top, but Skunk still being annoying. This guy is a menace sometimes. Pushes the hill, gets himself 2. Avoid watching over the top, can't quite find him.
Finally do get that kill. We hope that they can lock this one in finally at A, and they will do exactly that. Got a lucky playing Junk as well, so any players that die, he's going to try to be a nuisance too, but let's see where the push comes in here for Toronto. Do they try to push that back spawn? Looks like they're kind of thinking about it right now. But Sasky, good setup.
Shots from Skunk though. I mean, he's on a heady, but still. Oh man, Skunk is this guy's something. He's up to 19 and 13. His teammate Shawnee up to 19 and 12. It was 11, but he's got killed. So it is what it is. But Toronto right now, it's like, they captured A, but it doesn't seem like I don't know. It just seems like it's still going the way of Sasky pretty easily right now. But Indy on a nice flank though, maybe a chance to make a play, break things open for his squad. And the number 5 player, Spicy, gonna get taken down. Indy able to make a play now. This Schlep is gonna get a kill as well. Shawnee trying to make a play in the back of the map, gets taken down. Indy now making the play for his squad on that B time, waiting for his teammates to push on up.
Wow, and that was interesting spawn there for Schlep. They actually are spawning bottom coop. Okay, I thought maybe they would get those close spawns again, but not in their favor. There's just only 7 kills remaining here on the map. 7 lives, excuse me, for Toronto.
But you see
One
in the
last hit
setup
of
here,
this.
Tej, they don't have someone on the bottom side of the map spawning them towards Coop like we saw in the last round.
Yeah.
Trying to push through the back spawns now, trying to make a play. Lucky picks up 2. Avoid now, last alive for his squad. Has to try to make a play. Does get taken down. Look at the kills coming in from the side of Sasky. I mean, Skunk is 23 and 14. Shawnee's 21 and 13. I mean, it's rough. There's 13 seconds left. No one really close enough to make a push. This one's gonna be over, it looks like, but one last second chance, I suppose. Maybe Avoid can make it if he just runs straight forward. 4 seconds remaining. This one, yeah, this one's over. It's going to be a 3-0 series count in favor of Sasky as they take the control 3-0. Sasky is going to move on, and unfortunately, Toronto going to be eliminated from our playoff bracket.
Yeah, that was a that control was a little one-sided. I mean, props to Toronto for getting to this point in the season. They had a nice regular season, getting that 3 seed, but it was Sasky Shotgunners that were too much.